Medically, CO is questionable. The other guys will be out between Tolly, Alvin, and Justin Reed. So those are the adjustments there.
And nothing on Jonas.
Yep, nothing on Jonas. He's good to go. So open up for questions.
Is Fuaga's ankle sprain also a high ankle sprain, like the other one?
Yeah, he just got his left ankle. It was just towards the tail end of this past game, and so just a traditional ankle. And now we got kind of, he's managing two of them at once now.
What does that mean by traditional ankle?
He rolled his left ankle. It just got rolled up, left side kind of fell back on him. So
Can that happen? Like when you have one sprain, you could get a second one just by overcompensating?
No, I don't. I don't know the answer to that. This is purely the left side. It was really the same way he got hurt against LA. You're on one side, the other side, everyone's kind of collapsing, and he got rolled up and kind of caught in a goofy spot. So unfortunately, it's happened twice for him.
What has your kind of review Austin Richards been filling in? Obviously, got the team there.
Yeah, he's done some good stuff. Obviously, there's some learning and growing as you go through this process. He's done a nice job of acclimating himself here through the trade after preseason. Obviously, I think he's got certainly some traits that we're excited about as he develops, and he's been able to play and help us in some situations that were challenging once we lost Tolly a few times.
Do you think Tyler's age and maturity is a benefit at all, like how he receives and processes information, approaches, and all that stuff?
I definitely think there's probably some value there. Again, he's played a lot of football. He's been exposed to a lot of different systems and situations, and so I think he has adaptability within himself, and I think he also has a really high comfort level to communicate, just because he's got a bunch of experience. And so I think what has impressed me a lot is his communication with the players, with the coaches. I think I love his feedback as we kind of go through the game week as far as communicating things he likes, things he doesn't like, potential adjustments as we go, because he's got a great perspective.
Did you see that communication from him early on when he first got here? Or did that for him take a while to kind of settle in as he figured out?
I think early on there's a lot of learning that's going to go on, so that's obviously going to quiet younger players naturally for all positions. And then as you get more and more comfortable with it, I think since we've kind of transitioned to him being the starter, I think you can definitely see where the leadership's gone up.
With Justin Young, I guess, center not out, can you just speak to how confident you are in those defensive backs against the system?
Been a good group back there. We feel fortunate to have the vets that we've carried. Jonas obviously has done a nice job. He's making plays. He's done a really good job. And then to have, Burgess, Jordan Howden, to have those guys, and it seems like when those guys get their opportunities, they've been really productive. And so they've done a nice job. And so we have a ton of confidence in those guys to go and execute the plan really well.
How important is, honestly, just when you are going through that with the quarterback room, to just tell you his absolute truth and not try to be people pleaser or anything like that?
Yeah, I think that's the goal, and I think that's what I like about this group of quarterbacks. Obviously, Tyler being the focus right now, and just transparency. I think when we communicate at a really high level and we can get through a plan, there's tons of plays, there's tons of things we could do. There's a million different ways of doing this thing. It's about just having a plan, having conviction, being on the same page, communicating at a really high level. I think Tyler's done that really, really well.
A lot of high pressure rate teams you've been facing lately. I think the last 3 weeks, between Falcons, Dolphins, and the Bucs again. Does that, as a quarterback, just seeing that, obviously they're all doing it in different ways, does that improve over time? How have you seen him kind of adapt to that?
Well, yeah, I think he's done a good job. Obviously, there's a lot of different ways to generate pressure. There's certainly individuals that are really, really talented that can challenge you in a number of ways. There's guys that, from a schematic standpoint, will stress you. I thought, he's grown a ton in that. I think, last week, big time example is a third down that he threw to CO where he checked the protection and he, uses his cadence, gathers information. I mean, it's everything you can ever ask for from the quarterback position. It's a really special play, and I think it shows his confidence and his ability to kind of get in, make sure we're protected, have an answer, understand his tools, and so that's certainly something he's going to get to grow with.
So hitting the crossbar in warm-ups earlier, just I said it's good staff you assembled yourself, Doug, Scott. Is the development of the quarterback position maybe if nothing else, this is the thing we're going to hang our hat on, is being able to coach that position?
We have a young quarterback room that I've absolutely loved. I love all these guys. I think they're progressing really, really well. The guys that are on the field, the guys that are off the field. I think there's an important aspect to me. I'm sensitive to the quarterback position as far as you got to develop these guys and develop them through a process. And I think we're fortunate to have Scotty, Nuss, Scott Lenahan, a number of guys who've been in those quarterback rooms in this league for a really, really long time. And so it's a lot of fun to